All right, just posted. We back. We back. We back.
Hey,
It's a
We
whole
normally
year
in the studio, but
snowed in.
farming Snowmageddon to start off the new
No.
year.
thunder snow, baby, thunder
Did y'all
snow.
hear that shit? Did y'all hear that
Yeah,
fucking thunder? I ain't know what that was. Hey, I thought the fucking like Transformers was coming into the fucking clouds or something. Dog. I've never heard that shit. Niggas was on Facebook. Oh y'all, how you ain't never heard of? I'm like, first of all, shut up. Like you've never seen here,
hey, no, hey, real talk.
never heard
Somebody,
thunder during a fucking winter storm, dog.
hey, somebody tried to do me because I had posted about the thunder snow. They was like, "This happened last year." I was like, "Not in my area."
I ain't never heard no damn thunderclap of no damn snow, dog. So that shit
I was like, I was asleep or something. That shit did not happen around me.
me
Shit
for a
was,
loop, man. I ain't know what to expect, but yeah, it's a new year. You know what I'm saying? Shout
Happy
out,
New Year.
yeah, Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we ain't know. Was it we did Christmas too, right? Right for Christmas?
Did the Christmas joint? Yeah.
We did Christmas, right? It's 2025. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off fair. Shout out to all the men of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. You know what I'm saying? That was hard to say.
That's it.
But
Let's stop there. Let's do some housekeeping.
No,
Make
no,
sure-
it's just.
go,
I just say, no, real quick. It's a bunch of Founders Days in January. So happy
yeah,
Founders Day to all of y'all.
you know when Father's
Everybody.
Day was though. Yeah,
All of y'all. Happy Founders Day.
love
Much
my
love.
kids. I love my kids.
Not okay. That's we started off like this. That's how we doing it.
I love
Daryl,
my
go
kids.
ahead. Go ahead with your housekeeping.
Yeah, let's go some housekeeping. If you're on Facebook, go to Just Posted Podcast group on Facebook. Join in. A lot of topics. We have a lot of discussions outside of what's going on in the podcast on here, as well as going to the IG Just Posted Podcast on IG as well. Jump on in there as well. So let's jump on into it.
Whoa. Most
Yeah.
importantly, if you're watching this or
Yeah.
listening to this on StreamYard or go to the YouTube. They actually pay us. Please go to the YouTube.
He said, go
Just
yeah.
just post a podcast. You can listen to it on other things. I'm not saying you can't. Go to the YouTube. Like, share, subscribe.
So y'all want to start with the sports topics this week, or y'all want us to go to the entertainment topics first?
Man, either one, man.
Yeah.
It don't matter. A wild start to the new year. I will say that.
Let's go somewhere to the NBA decline in viewership. Everybody's saying that viewership in the NBA is on an ultimate decline over Christmas. The NFL went on the block of NBA and had Christmas games and basically stole all their presents on Christmas.
Yeah, dog. Stepped in their trap. I'm not gonna lie and say that like it took me having to hear that viewership was down for me to really think about. Damn, have I actually been watching like NBA basketball other than like maybe highlights or like Laker games, or if like somebody's gonna get like a what I'm saying, a highlight of like a what you call them, a premier game, like a Warriors and Timberwolves, or a what I'm saying, like a game that actually is worth watching. But it wasn't until like there was like, yeah, viewership is down. I was like, yeah, I can't remember the last time that I stayed up and like watched like NBA on TNT all the way through. They'd be going to like midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning with Charles Barkley and them. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Like I just have it. It's a lot going on. You got college football, which is, I guess we'll talk about that. But like college football, women's college basketball, which is jumping. Obviously, playoff football is starting to ramp up with NFL. I mean, shit. The last games of the season was tonight, right? Tonight, yeah. Tonight's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot to be considered. That's like, what I'm saying, like excitement going on towards the end of other sports, to where like the NBA to me it's like the NBA don't really start until after Christmas, but I guess it's something to be said because I don't remember we watching for real the Christmas games. I did, but I didn't really jump in like I thought I would.
Richard Jefferson made a good point. I sent it to you all. I don't know if y'all watched it. There isn't the NBA's been built on rivalries, rivalries.
Yeah.
It's been built on dynasties, back to back, scoring for three-peats. The last few years has just been a winner. One person win. Next year, another person win.
Yeah.
We don't have a villain or a hero anymore. We don't have a Jordan dominating. We don't have a LeBron or a Steph or a KD.
Yeah.
Like it's just the NBA. And also,
they seem regular now.
Yeah, and also streaming, I think, goes into play. NBA, NFL for the most part is on NBC, CBS, Fox. They do a game on Amazon every once in a while. They did the game on Netflix, but for the most part, unless you have Red Zone, that's not a full game. Or you have NFL Network, and they usually show repeats. NFL is on these channels.
Yeah.
NBA is on Valley Sports. It's on TNT. It's on TBS. It's on ESPN. ESPN2. You can stream it. You got NBA TV. Like it's just, it's not as easy to consume. And also, games be coming on. It'd be like 6 games on at the same time.
Yeah. And, but to go off that part about rivalries, like I didn't even think about that. Like I remember when it was that back and forth between the Cavs and the Warriors, and like niggas was so in tune to the game. Motherfuckers was actually thinking like the shit was rigged, right? You had I think it was Steph Curry's wife who was like during the finals, like I can't believe y'all don't see this is rigged. And I'm just like. I was like, it's just basketball. It can't be this deep. Like, and I didn't realize, obviously, because when you're in the moment of watching these games, like how heightened it was. Like, I mean, even like for the Christmas game, because it was that year, it was the Christmas game was the Cavs and the Warriors, and it was different. You know what I'm saying? The feeling was different. The pace of the game was different. Trash talk was there, but now you got like. Exciting games, but they just don't hit the same. Like, for example, the Oklahoma City Thunder, like they really like that. They ain't even got Chet Holmgren back yet, and they really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
they beat the Celtics tonight. They beat the Celtics a couple.
That's tonight for real. And like, I think for me with the Celtics, you expect them to be where they go be at, because it's like we're not playing for now. You're playing for later. You want to see what happens in the playoffs. But like the buildup is missing the buildup. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I couldn't tell you right now who don't like each other. Because back then, right, you had Steph and Brian like chirping at each other, and now they like cool and shit. And now
you can go back to the 80s. You had the Celtics and the Lakers. You had in the 90s the Bulls and the Pistons. Yeah. You had New York and Miami. You had it was legit.
They don't hit the same.
Indiana and Chicago.
What about Chet and Wemby? They hate each other, don't they?
They don't hit the same.
That's also 2 small markets.
Yeah,
that's too. But it's kind of on site with them. They back like this on site.
Yeah, but that's too. Not on site. That's not sexy for TV, bro. That's not.
You don't turn the game on to watch Chet versus Wemby. Like you're not watching that. Like
that's not sexy.
You're never gonna see anybody like Wemby. Probably, well, I ain't gonna say that because there's a lot of motherfuckers who's 7 foot plus that's just like playing point guard now. But like you just it don't have that same like, you know what I'm saying? Like even when KD went to the Warriors, right? You still, even though it was like okay, you still had that. Okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? It's like a back and forth thing. You know what I'm saying? You expect to see it. Like last night. I don't know if it was last night or the night before last. The Knicks played
Minnesota.
Was it Minnesota or was it
no, you're not talking about that game.
Who did this? OKC. It had to be OKC.
Oh, you talking about the OKC game? Yeah.
It had to be OKC. And like it was like okay, but it wasn't like it was like it wasn't what it was supposed to be to me. Like and maybe I'm expecting too much, but it wasn't that it was like some kind of like okay,
but now we gonna. You were right. NBA don't really pick up for real to after All-Star break. Is when the NBA really get in full swing.
But it's the thing though. Remember how niggas used to be excited about All-Star break? We don't even know what the fuck going on with All-Star. I don't even understand this format. Like this don't. But we doing all this. We doing all this, and again, we're doing all this because motherfuckers don't show up to play hard in the All-Star game. Like
I mean, but that's every sport though, man. The Pro Bowl, nobody watches the damn Pro Bowl. I'm just saying.
But that year that it was LeBron, Giannis, Steph, and them. I mean, that's probably. I can't remember which year. I think it was maybe in Giannis's first All-Star game. That was the last time that I seen. That was the one where like Giannis tried to dunk on Steph, but Steph like just laid on the ground. You know what I'm talking about? Like that was the last one I can remember where Muggs was like, okay, now we playing for real. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, I mean, I don't have a problem seeing crazy dunks, but like it just be like the first 40 to 60 points is just like little lob, little quick little dunks, little, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing like looking forward to the All-Star game. And we ain't even gonna talk about the dunk contest.
But I mean that's a microcosm. I was more so just saying that NBA really picks up after All-Star. The trade deadline is done. Everybody jockeying for position. But I'm gonna go back to the rivalries. It's not even just about teams. When KD went to Golden State, you had what Westbrook gonna do when he finally play him. What this gonna happen when they finally play him? When LeBron, like NBA is rivalry based, and people don't support teams 100%. People support players. Once a player leaves,
more now than they used to.
I mean, but niggas just wasn't leaving at first. But I mean, but now that people are leaving, people they're like, and NFL is more team based.
Yeah,
a Browns fan is a Browns fan. They could have 15 quarterbacks. Yeah. We watching the Browns.
True.
The Cowboys ain't won since the 90s. 49ers too. We watch like Niners Nation, we are watching. Cowboy Nation, the faithful, we watching the games. Yeah. Whether we losing or not. NBA, once the player dip,
hey,
you go right with the player.
The Browns could literally have real dogs out there playing and they'll still cheer for them.
How many quarterbacks? They done went through what, 15 now?
It's a lot. I made up a number with 15, but it's a lot. Like,
no, I really think it's 15. And
but
like, but as far as with the NBA, man, like I think it just gonna come down to a point where I don't know. These will probably be some dead years because there's nothing that can excite me right now until we get to the playoffs and see who's gonna be like what the season's gonna be. Like almost even with the Mavericks, like I found myself getting excited to see what happened with Klay. Now Klay back to being, you know what I'm saying? It's just like there's stories that are like, okay, like right now
they're not main event stories.
Yeah, well, I mean the only main event story I can think of right now is the Jimmy Butler shit. I know we talk about that, but that's the only like main thing I can think of.
Let's transition into it.
But he's trying to leave a team. That ain't even nothing that's gonna sustain the season. That's a
Dosia, break it down for everybody, listeners that may not know what's going on with Jimmy Butler.
So Jimmy Butler plays for the Miami Heat, and he made some real interesting comments on his post game, basically saying that he loves the city of Miami, he loves obviously things outside of basketball in Miami, clearly, but like he's ready to be gone out of Miami, and then Pat Riley's coming back and saying that they're not trading them. So now it's kind of like a back and forth between who do you believe in, who's going to do what. But like I get why Jimmy Butler is wanting to leave, but at the same time, it's like you got to start looking. It's starting to give like James Harden-esque, not in the same way of how James Harden was doing.
See, I disagree, man, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute.
But like my thing is y'all got to win a record. That's first off. They winning. It's not like undefeated or nothing. But in the East where everything is kind of crowded right in that midsection right now, you really got the Celtics, the Cavs, and then it can really be whoever it want to be at that time. But with Jimmy Butler, obviously how he left the Bulls. Well, he was traded from the Bulls. Then how he left the Timberwolves. Then how he left the Sixers, and now you got this situation with the Heat. Now, also on the other side of that, and I'll pass to you, Sleep, but on the other side of that, like I'm starting to see what's the owner's name again? Pat Riley. I'm starting to see Pat Riley in another light. Like I'm starting to see Pat Riley as that it's gonna sound bad, but they're all white man. It's like
now we getting there.
It's like
now we getting the wild man.
It's like Pat, like you of all people should understand certain ways you talk to people incite other things. Like you can't say he culture and then the culture is dictated by your design, right? Because it goes back to remembering why Shaq left. Shaq was old. We kind of look past that. We get into D Wade. D Wade was injured.
Before D Wade, LeBron
situation. Now again, like
I just say you covering my points right now. You covering both sides, but you on point now.
But when you talk about LeBron, depending upon if you ask LeBron, if you ask Riley, like low key, it was like, did LeBron want to leave, or Riley, could you have been a little bit more like
okay,
you want to do that?
Let me step in. I'm gonna start with Shaq. Shaq and D Wade had just won a ring. And yes, Shaq was on the tail end of his career. He could have kept Shaq and D Wade still had some in the tank. Because after that,
Shaq ended up going Celtics. He went to the Suns.
He went to Cavaliers. He went everywhere.
It was a whole lot of
But so then Miami's down. The only catch they really got still is Wade and Haslam, but they down. Then the big three happens. They rolling. Brown wants to stay. He really did want to stay. He just wanted a little bit more control. He I done took y'all to these many finals. We got a couple rings. Like, let me be LeBron. Pat Riley, like, it's my ship. I run it. This is how it's gonna go. Which made LeBron leave. And you can run your house like you want to run it. Can't get mad at him about that. But they went downhill. And then the way he did D Wade, like that's Wade County. You keep D Wade no matter, like you give D Wade whatever he wants. You keep him just because of you kept Haslam. You had Haslam on the bench paying him. You wasn't paying him a lot, but you paying Haslam. You should pay Wade too.
The only thing about
ain't no but to that. You pay Wade, man.
Hold on. No, the only thing with D Wade was it was some numbers thing. Like D Wade, and I'm not saying D Wade was trying to get like 60 something crap. Like it was that year. I think it was that year that Kobe was getting like some crazy amount, like 40 some shit like that. And D Wade was like, I feel like I should be compensated for my pay.
But this is why he felt that way. He like, I took a pay cut to get LeBron and Bosh.
Yes,
I've been taking this pay cut.
Yeah,
I done helped get some of these rings too.
True.
You was gonna pay LeBron whatever. If LeBron would have stayed, you'd have paid him whatever. You need to pay me too.
But what are we paying? Are we paying for past? I'm not saying me. I'm saying like at that point, like that was the story behind it. Like if you pay D Wade, you're gonna be paying him for what he's done in the past, not what he's gonna be doing in the future, right? And like it was a whole lot of that's where the whole lot of shit got weird because he ended up going to, was it Cleveland or was it Chicago first? No,
Chicago then Cleveland or Cleveland. I think he went to Chicago then Cleveland.
I forgot which one it was. They basically he left. He left, and that really started to put the shine on Riley to be like, okay, well, Pat, you know what I'm saying? We understand with Shaq, right? We kind of understand with D Wade, right? Like he was injured, took a pay cut, like because you got to remember, because I mean, I'm not saying
it was Chicago then Cleveland.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, thank you, Rob Treasure. So like you got to remember, like he left, like because like he wasn't gonna get his money, but at the same time, it was like, what would you be paying, right? So now you got a situation with Jimmy Butler, who again, like he don't want
to pay Jimmy next year either.
But at the same time, his core in Miami is basically out of Bam. And Hero, like, but at the same time, you got to look at who made them the way that they are. Was it the culture or was it Jimmy Butler? That Heat culture shit didn't start, I don't remember, until Jimmy Butler got there. That's what the whole thing about Heat culture being Heat culture.
No, it was Heat culture going way back with Wade and
loudly like it is. They got jerseys that say Heat culture now.
I hate to say it, like everybody putting the land on shit, and like Cleveland was called the land in the 90s, but now they got shirts that say it. That don't mean like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just them trying to make NBA about making money. How many you always arguing about Bronny? NBA is about getting paid. Like they want they want to make it's a business. So if they could throw fucking the land on the shirt or heat culture on the shirt.
Bone Thugs and Harmon was the first cat saying the land from the land. They were saying that like with 94. Just that far.
No, I'm just saying, but Bone
in and out, dog.
But that's what Cleveland people were calling Cleveland. They were calling it the land. Like I mean, like Bone just has to be a group from Cleveland.
Doing it a long time. That's what I'm saying.
But,
like Bone
but I guess what I'm saying is with D Wade, right? And Shaq.
When I think of the Heat, I think of D Wade. When I think of the Heat,
yeah, of course. And pivot. That's that quick pivot before I go back. That statue don't look. We need to talk. Like there needs to be a discussion around like what statues need to look like because like these statues just look bad.
That's a whole other topic. But yeah.
But like with Shaq and kind of with D Wade. Pat Riley had the umbrella over him because it was like, okay, well, look, these players were hurt, and it was like, yes.
But I'll go a second step. Shaq went there as a free agent. LeBron technically was traded, a sign and trade, but he wanted to go there, so he was leaving regardless. Yeah. Wade was drafted by Miami. He's a homegrown Miami guy that got them a ring, got them over the hump. Yeah. You pay if you don't pay nobody else, you pay D Wade.
Right, but at the same time, like that goes into the understanding of are we paying for past play or for the future? Because it was gonna be like a 2-year deal, something like that. I think it was something like
2-year deal. Not even a long deal, just 2 years.
This other thing, D Wade wanted like a 3 to 4, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I
think he would have still stayed if the money was right. But you want to give me 2 years and you don't want to pay me? Get me up out of here. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So like, he had to pull the card and he had to leave. So there now comes this sort of situation with Jimmy Butler, and now it's like Jimmy
want to win too. He's not gonna win a ring in Miami. Like he's like, get me out of here.
I mean, the thing with the Heat is they never go away, right? You can't never really count them out, and that's been their whole thing these last couple years since COVID. You can't really count them out. So like I think with the Heat, like with Jimmy, he's banking on that, but he's also been hurt, right? Like he's also been out of the lineup because of injuries. He's also been like not showing up to games because of like whatever lingering ailments or whatever. But now you got this standoff with him and Pat Riley, and it's like Pat Riley, like third time the charm.
I don't like this because you're painting Jimmy like he's a nuisance and a problem, which is going to drive his value down for when he can leave. Like now, teams are going to look at him like he's a problem, like he's a cancer.
I mean, but that's the other side of it, the business side, right? I'm not saying it's good.
You don't, but they're intentionally driving his name down with this suspension and acting like he is just such a bad guy, this and the third. When like, if he was such a bad guy, why wouldn't you trade him? Like Jimmy wants to be traded. You don't want to trade him, but now you're acting like he's such a horrible guy. I'm either horrible, and wait. I'm either horrible, and you want to get rid of me because I'm horrible, or you're trying to drive my shit down so I can't go nowhere else. And that's where it's at. Because if I was that horrible, you'd get rid of me.
I think also, but I mean that's a good point. If I'm doing a post presser and I'm talking down on my team, like as a GM. Like business wise, I gotta do something. You can't just it's like okay, look, if I'm Pat Riley on this end, if I'm Pat Riley, I'm like, all right, look, me and you, we trying to get to an understanding. You saying that shit on like ESPN, you know how it's gonna go. I gotta do something. Like whether you agree with it or not, Jimmy Butler, I have to do something just to show that I still am like I run this team, I run this organization, and that's kind of like it gets kind of like I don't know what
If I'm Jimmy Butler and I did it the right way, because he was doing it the right way at first. He had his agent talking, and he was like, "Hey."
Well, remember, he said they killed the rumor because remember it was Shams. It was Shams.
No.
Who reported it first, and then they was like, "No, that's not true."
Who killed the rumor?
No, it was Butler's agent. He was like he tried to talk down on Shams and saying like, I've never talked to this person's lying.
But the thing was, he hadn't talked to Shams. He talked to other GMs, and the GMs talked to Shams, and Shams put his name in it, like they had spoken. Like he never denied that Jimmy Butler didn't want to be traded. He just said that I never spoke to Shams. Shams tweeted it out as if he had talked to the agent himself and had an exclusive. When in reality, and you really can't do that. His agent can't go to like that's like illegal. You can't. So that's got the agent looking bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
like, and that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's called tampering. That's tampering. That's tampering.
That's like the way Shams did that made it seem like the agent went to him to put it out there so that everybody would know. But in actuality, the agent had talked to some other GMs, and the GM leaked it to Shams.
So playing with it, right? Thinking about it,
because Woj bombs never had a name attached to them.
So
it was just, this is a Woj bomb.
So playing this game though, right? Like, let's think about, because obviously he's going to be traded. Like this is not going to end with like I feel like I'm not saying Jimmy Butler's going to go into some James Harden shit where he goes like show up like out of shape or some shit like that. But it's going to go into a play where like, all right, look, just to kill so you don't kill the team morale. We got to get him the fuck up out of there. He got to. You know what I'm saying?
Butler started wearing different color hair of the teams he was interested in going in to the game.
I didn't notice that.
It was three teams that.
In any of his teams, did he mention Philadelphia?
What'd you say?
In any of the teams, did he mention Philadelphia?
No, I don't think he wants to go back to Philly. I don't think that was one of them.
What was the team? What was the team, Sleep?
Off the top of my head, I do not. Off the top of my head, I know one was Golden State, one was possibly LA, and it was a third team, I think, in the East. But like he was getting his braids in the colors of the teams he wanted to go to as a subliminal.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if he gonna play this game to where he would go, where he would fit best. I don't. They're gonna sit him somewhere where he doesn't want to go, unless he has a like. That's what they're gonna do. Because if he had a no trade clause, he would have to waive it to be traded, and then once he waives it, they can send him wherever. They gonna fuck around and send his ass to New Orleans or some shit. New Orleans, Charlotte, Portland, fucking Portland. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Portland be horrible. He'd be so sad up there.
Yeah. I mean, but if we talk about the teams that he want to get traded to, right?
These are the ones. These are the ones they said they claim that these are the top ones for him: Golden State, Memphis, Dallas.
Ooh, Memphis would be crazy.
And the Knicks.
Ooh, okay, he did have orange shirt. The orange for the Knicks.
We don't need. I'm not. Okay.
Here we go.
Listen, hey. No. You don't.
Hold on, you want to win Jimmy Butler on the Knicks?
You don't need him and Cat back on the same team. Let's just.
Oh.
I forgot. You're right. You're right.
That's just over with. That's over with. That's over with.
And you know what? Hey, Cat is better than Randall at this point because Randall is trash up in Mini. They should have kept Cat.
Listen, man, I'm not gonna hold you. Listen, I don't know what the fuck going on with Ant-Man and his attitude, and he's starting to act like a little bit of a diva for real. Like these little post-game pressers he be having.
He upset.
I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, where's you him? Like you are him. That is catered around you, and you're not playing like that, bro.
He said, I got rid of Cat, and y'all done gave me this nigga. This nigga done tricked me. He worse than Cat.
Now, I will say this: Julius Randle kind of got dealt a raw deal. Like,
wasn't he a Laker? Wasn't he a Laker at first?
He was like with all them for him, Ingram and Kuzma
to get AD. They traded him to get AD.
No,
wasn't he a part of that deal to get Anthony?
I just remember.
What's up, y'all? This is RVS.
This is ROD, aka Rated R.
And We are the We Coming For You cast, and we talk about pro wrestling from a black dude's perspective. Tell them what they can expect on this here podcast.
Oh, we gonna give you all the raw and dirty and the everything black from AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, and any other wrestling in between. If you want your wrestling unfiltered, uncensored, and you want it raw, you need to subscribe to the We Come For You cast.
Right here on SOLC Network.
All of them got traded somewhere. Maybe it was. Maybe like
but guess what? But guess what? Hey, niggas be complaining about that trade. Ain't none of them niggas involved in that AD situation want shit either. Them niggas, no.
I mean, now hold on.
No.
Now wait a minute. Hold on. Now they making contribution. I can't talk.
Yeah, Sleepy, he was a part of that
team, but like
they're on the AD trade.
There's been a championship team. Now hold on now, because
that was a great.
Josh Hart is balling. Brandon Ingram, if he ends up doing,
did Josh Hart play in?
No, take it back. He was an unrestricted free agent. It says when he signed with the Pelicans in 2018.
They didn't sign him. Okay, they didn't trade him.
No, well, I know all the niggas got up out of there though. Like it wasn't like he.
Did Josh Hart?
If he signed with New
which one of them play for Denver?
Who?
Which one of them play for? Which one of them old Lakers play for Denver?
Oh, I don't know.
Any of them? I guess none of them.
Josh Hart plays in New York. The white boy plays in Chicago. Ingram is in New Orleans. No, Ingram is in New Orleans. Who else are we missing? It's somebody else. Ball's in Chicago.
What they even won since they left? Any of them? They ain't won nothing. Great ass trade. Get them niggas out of here. Get them niggas out of here.
They ain't won nothing. Now I will say Josh Hart has been balling, but it hasn't been anything on a level like winning a championship yet. But
they like cats like D-Lo hooping now. Get that nigga out of here. That nigga's not gonna win nothing. Let him get his 12 points and lose somewhere else.
D-Lo wasn't gonna be a good fit. Like it wasn't based around like
Only old Laker that's balling right now for real is Westbrook. Westbrook having a great year.
Oh, you talking about all the players they used to he's not having a great year.
I'm like, he's having a great year.
I don't know. I just
he be getting double. He had a perfect double the other night.
But
like, no turnovers. Like he was.
He's the MVP. He's coming off the bench. I just don't. They
got a great point guard.
Him going to the Lakers fucked him up a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. That's my opinion. But at the same time, OKC would not be where they are if he would still be there. I don't think so. But that's a whole other story for the day.
Hey, I'm looking forward to, before we get off basketball, Cavaliers play OKC on Wednesday, baby. Can't wait to see it.
You wish it was some, like you want to see. I wish like Donovan Mitchell was talking some shit to Shaw. I wish it was some like what's it, Sexton? Colin Sexton? Sexton, right?
Sexton plays for Utah now.
What's the kid's name? What's the other point guard name?
Talk about Garland?
Garland. Maybe Garland talk some shit to
They ain't got no beef. This their first time playing it. This their first time playing this year.
You see how you just said Cleveland plays OKC. Like,
hey,
like,
you know who low key got who? You know who?
Some vibe.
Hey, real talk. If they keep playing each other and they keep on going at it, Cleveland and Boston starting to like each other again. Like that started to be a rivalry. They 1-1 this year. They both talk shit to each other. Like that's starting to be, if they can continue, if Cleveland can stay healthy and Boston stay healthy and they beat in the playoffs, now we got something with a little juice on it. That's what you need, something with some juice.
You know what's fucking crazy? Out of all that, Philadelphia and fucking I forgot the other team. And the Bucks are both looking up like, damn, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Philadelphia is supposed to be sitting right where Boston is right now. They couldn't get their shit together. That shit crazy. If I'm in B, I don't have time to leave. But if I'm Paul George, I'm trying to get back to the West Coast. Like, fuck it, bro. Let's ride. We rolled this out. I gotta get back to the West Coast.
Hey, young niggas love Paul George too. They think he like the best thing smoking.
I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, I don't understand it, but I mean, I get.
They did like a poll, Sleepy, of like most of the young players, and like their guy was like Paul George.
Paul George, it fucked me up. I said, you niggas like mediocrity. Y'all just like.
he a quiet nigga to get buckets. Like you just never see him like.
Dog KD should listen. I'm not even gonna be a LeBron guy right now. There's so many other people better than Paul George in the league right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many better than Paul George.
He's not even top 10.
I will say Paul George was trying to get to the Warriors. That would have been a better fit. If Jimmy Butler, I don't see Jimmy Butler fitting with the Warriors. I see Jimmy Butler maybe with Memphis.
Him and Draymond fuck around fight. So no, do not go to the.
Hey, I was like that.
It's just not a. It's not a.
Nah.
Like I hate
Draymond about the same height too, because
I hate to be the one to say it, bro. I hate to be the one to say it, but that I mean, this might be the year that it's like, okay, y'all, like, hey, you remember what it was, but it ain't there.
Butler might go somewhere for 1 year or whatever he's got left on his contract, and then go somewhere else after that.
Shit, I say go to Memphis. Why not? They talk about defense.
Miami's gonna want something back, and they're not gonna put them anywhere where he would be any competition. So, I mean, that's just good.
Well, Memphis is on the West Coast though.
Exactly, but it's Memphis. They got who in Memphis? Ja, Desmond Bain. Then what? That nigga with the he got the short arms. Desmond Bain. His arms like shorter than his body. Yeah.
He like a boxer.
Yeah.
Bain. And then you got
they got a good team. If I'm Pat Riley, I'm gonna screw him and send him somewhere. No, just knowing how Pat Riley operate, he gonna send him somewhere.
Well, then he don't leave. New Orleans Pelicans.
Send him to Brooklyn
Hornets.
Brooklyn or some shit, like somewhere where you do not want to be.
Brooklyn would be a bad move. You still got some killers there in Brooklyn. It's just they gotta get some culture shit going too, because that shit when Kevin Durant and fucking Harden and Irving, that shit, they still got a cloud over their head from that shit. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would say if I'm Jimmy Butler, I'm probably not gonna get to Golden State. At least not by the end of this year. And
oh man,
I
didn't thought about this.
I definitely don't want to go to New York because the whole thing with Cat, that ain't gonna work. So send me to motherfucking Memphis. They all play defense. Shit, they like what? Third in the West.
So, I ain't been paying no attention to the West at all. Only OKC and of course LA.
And when was the last time you would ever say something like that? I'm only paying attention to OKC.
All right,
not since Durant, Harden, and Westbrook. That's the last time I can say I was looking at OKC, and it wasn't to win; it was just to see the game.
What about Paul George when he was there? It's Paul George. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Paul George, but.
I ain't look at it like that. I ain't see.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was
watching OKC to see Russell Westbrook getting his triple double. That's the truth of what it was with that when he was going on that whole string. But yeah, man.
Let's
before we
college football real quick. Go ahead.
I just say yes. I'm like, because I don't know if we said we're gonna talk about it before we leave sports. We do got to talk about college football just a little bit.
Yes, I got a couple surprise transitions after college football that'll transition into other topics. So college football, Ohio State pulls off the big win over Oregon.
I ain't gonna. I listen.
I gotta go.
Listen, hold on. Before you, because it's a lot.
I'm about to dance like Dame Dash.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, a couple things on this college playoff, right? It's like, do we really need 12 teams? That's the first part. Because there's no.
It's a money move. So yes, you do.
And look, hold on, Dosia, they ain't gonna let these players get paid, and they ain't gonna make none of this money on the back end.
That's true.
But no. Also, without the 12 teams, Ohio State's not in it.
Yeah, because Ohio.
We're not in it.
Ohio State is what, eighth? And then Texas is what?
6, I think. Six.
Yeah, and then it's Penn State and who?
Notre Dame.
I really wanted. Listen, I did not think.
It's crazy. So on one side, we will have historical situation with a black coach going to the national title game.
Yeah.
on the Penn State Notre Dame side.
Yeah.
And then on y'all side,
wait. Notre Dame coach is black.
Yeah.
You said Penn State. They got a
coach black too.
Yeah, 2 black coaches.
That coach is black.
Yeah.
Yeah. you just realized this?
Hold on, which coach did you not know was black? Dosia.
I didn't know that Penn State.
He know Penn State's.
I knew
Yeah,
that.
Penn State coach been there at Penn State longer than Freeman's been at Notre Dame.
I know that he had black tendencies. I just didn't. I never.
His wife is like
he had that bravado.
He's my complexion, Dosia.
I'm talking about. You talking about the one for Penn State?
Penn State's coach is like my complexion. His wife is
like he. Yeah, his wife is a sister.
His coach is not your complexion, Sleepy, at all.
No, I'm saying no.
He's talking about.
But no, I'm sorry. I'm talking fast. I've been drinking. His wife is definitely my complexion, but he's a brother. He don't look like he's nothing else. What you think he was? Persian or some shit? Like what you think he was?
I didn't know. I just thought maybe
He thought he was Adrian, like an unknown race.
Yeah. That's perfect. I thought he was an Adrian looking. Yeah.
So hold on. So Ohio State got a go-to Cotton Bowl at the Jerry Dome playing Texas. Hey. Basically a home game for Texas.
That's in Dallas.
Basically a home game. That's fine.
Ain't no basically, nigga. It's in Dallas. The fuck? Oh hell, ain't no basically.
It is a home game, my bad. Technically not a home game because it's a neutral site.
But Ohio neutral. That's the bullshit. Playing neutral, we playing in St. Louis. Okay, y'all niggas come up the highway. Them niggas come down the highway. Y'all be in St. Louis at the broke ass Trans World Dome.
They did not know who would be going to this game before they did it. They didn't know who would be going to this game before they did it,
bro.
The site was picked before the sites were picked already.
Ever like how you gonna talk about a new?
They didn't even think it would be Ohio State. They was probably thinking it was going to be Oregon. In all honesty,
I don't know what the fuck happened to Oregon. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm not mad. I just like so. I was on some hustle shit, and I was like, okay, just because of my anxiety and shit, I'm gonna wait to chime in. That shit was like what was it 20-0? It was a goofy.
You wasn't even watching the game at first. Your ass was watching women's basketball. I'm like, nigga, the game on.
I had the app going and I had the updates going. I was like, let me see the updates as they come in because again, it was back and forth last time, right? And like this time, it wasn't none of that. Like it wasn't.
Maybe that's you. You might be don't watch the games no more. The last 2 games you did not watch. You was watching some other shit.
I don't want to talk about the game too much.
I'm saying I want you to keep doing what you're doing, and just because
you can't put too much juju on it, dog. Just
don't. No, it's what's working.
Ohio State plays Texas.
It's been working. Don't watch this game, Dosia. Do not look at the game. Don't watch it.
Talk about it.
Don't watch it. Because if you look at this game and we lose, I'm gonna blame you. If you look at this game and we lose, I'm blaming you. Don't watch it.
Can't talk about the mannerisms of what happens when you watch the game.
I'm superstitious. I am superstitious.
I'm sure you have some shit that you do with the 49ers to prepare.
Absolutely.
Okay, right?
If I do some shit, if I do some shit and they winning, I do it every week. If I do some shit and they losing, I stop doing it.
Put that shit out there because then it starts to just get too much. You gotta bring it back in. Can't talk about that shit. Okay. Texas plays Ohio State. I'm excited to see what that game is going to look like. I will say I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm just. If
Ohio State wins it.
I won't.
I'm gonna say if because I don't want to be arrogant. If Ohio State wins this game and goes to the national championship and wins. I'm still firing Ryan Day because he can't beat fucking Michigan. Get him out of here. He's bad luck. He's bad juju.
I don't think so. I don't think it's the case.
He got to go.
Where else? Okay, so where else are you gonna find?
I don't know.
Somebody who
Chip Kelly. Just promote him. Promote Chip.
Apparently, Chip Kelly said he don't want the head coach. When they asked him about it, he was like, "That's not my job right now." He said he said if I would have wanted a head coaching job, I wouldn't have came to.
I feel that, but he got to say that because he don't want his boss to be nervous. He's saying what he need to say. Offer him the.
Listen, man. Like, I don't want to talk.
Do you like Ryan Day as a coach? Really? Do you like him?
I want to talk too much on it. I think.
Okay.
Listen, I think he has great concepts on offense. I think the defense is something that he focuses on.
Chip Kelly is the offense, but Chip Kelly is the offense.
I understand that. I think that,
so. Chip Kelly got great concepts on offense. Then that's what you mean.
You ask me a question. I'm trying to give you an answer. Okay, I'm not trying to talk about this shit too much because I don't want to give too much juju. Okay, the last time I got too amped on some fucking Ohio State shit, you saw what the fuck happened. I got Arlen's a fucking Michigan T-shirt to wear. I'm like, niggas ain't shit, man. Niggas just real spiteful when it comes to Ohio State shit. Okay, so I'm just, I'm trying to glide gracefully. But I will say that I think that if it comes to pass, they end up getting to the national title game. Obviously, you throw all the cards on the table, but it's gonna be hard pressed to find somebody else. I mean, if you're going with Chip Kelly, that's why you brought him there. You know what I'm saying? If they win the national title game, it's gonna be hard to be like, we still gonna let you go because of the Michigan game. What
if y'all win national title and he loses to Michigan again next year?
Okay, then you gotta just I don't know what else to do. Like, you won a national title, but you still can't fucking be Michigan, bro. Look. Thank you for bringing us to spring. Thank you for this culture. We're gonna take it from here.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now because I was trying to be nice and shit. I'm so fucking hurt that we lost to bum ass Michigan. Like, I'm hurt. Like, I am hurt about this shit.
They beat Alabama.
I've been eating humble pie for weeks because of that shit. I'm gonna be humble again. I just had to say that. It's 2025. I can't be fake no more. It's 220. They some bums and they beat us. That makes me feel like we bums. How we losing the bums? But we've redeemed ourselves. We won 2 games and we moving on. So Colorado.
Yeah.
All right.
Did not fare so well.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into this. I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on this. This is y'all boy Charleston White's back out there in these streets, but hold on, I'm gonna let y'all check what he had to say about Angel Reese.
Reese woke up this morning. She says that she's disappointed in us.
She and these dogs start selling pussy.
Yeah.
Don't listen. She can't do nothing play basketball. Angel Reese might well just start selling pussy. I be looking at the way she dressed. She don't want to play basketball. She want a hoe. She got that hoe spirit. Is she a basketball player? Don't know about this. Don't no woman play basketball. Them boys like don't no real woman shoot no hoop.
Oh my God.
They learn home economics. All the ladies with more like a play. Yeah, so she been sales to get your OnlyFans. She'll make way more money OnlyFans than trying to shoot a jump shot.
Yeah, she's transitioning, man. I mean, she was open. She said that she only makes $74,000 a year. But she makes more money.
Man, give me some pussy. I'll get her that.
All right, this is one of the clips. He also went on Jeff Teagan.
Whoa!
I saw some other ones. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Podcast and said that similar things on the Jeff Teagan podcast as well. And got Jeff Teagan trouble in the streets, and then Jeff Teagan jumped in the window more, saying that he would dominate Asia Wilson, and then Asia Wilson jumped in. It was a whole bunch going on.
Oh,
around
for real? Asia, I didn't see that. I got.
Yeah, Asia Wilson said she would do up Jeff Teague, and Jeff Teague was like, the worst player on my team would kill you, and so they've been going back and forth.
It's been something.
I mean, obviously, I think I can speak for us both, but I will say that I mean, him speaking like that is obviously not what I align with, right? Like, you can't. It's just another glaring fact that, like, even as much success as Angel Reese has had from college to WNBA, the glaring like difference between what she makes versus what a rookie or whatever year deal that would be like a match with like a with an NBA contract is obviously way different. I didn't know it was 74,000. I thought it was at least like maybe like 100,000 maybe. But damn, like I didn't know it was that low. As far as the remarks with Charleston White, I mean, it's clickbait, bro. It's clickbait. Yeah. I mean, you gotta, and I know, I feel like I will say with Charleston White, I feel like he believes what he's saying. So I won't say I will say that, but the people that invite him on these different platforms understand what his name brings, and I think that he's invested in being whatever he believes that he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen him on like the little red balloon, pop balloon shows or whatever shit that was.
That nigga's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I mean, again, like with Angel Reese, I mean, obviously she's beautiful. Obviously, you know, she plays basketball very well. I mean, Shaq also said some crazy stuff where he was like, you know, you should be playing basketball in some booty shorts. It's like you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just really takes them a step back. Like versus looking at the game, now you looking at them as sexual images playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like a tarnish on the work that she's doing. But I mean, she's still shining regardless. I mean, she has her own podcast. She has a bunch of different endorsement deals. So I'm sure even though 74,000 is what her salary is on the court, off the court, I'm sure she is banking. So you know what I'm saying? Also, like it's going to be expected for her to open up a lot more on the offensive side, being more than just like a, you know what I'm saying, a pounder, you know what I'm saying, where she's like, you know, back to the basket. They're going to be expecting her to like move more. So hopefully that brings a little bit more likeness to her actual game and not, you know, her look. Because, you know, I mean, that's just how it goes. Some niggas is just stupid.
Man, they've been going back to Candace Parker and whoever, even going back to the women's dream team. They always try to find the attractive one and sexualize her. This is not new. This is just, I hate to say that, and I'm not trying to say men being men in a good way either. Like this is men being men in a horrible way. Because, bruh, like you like it's not. I don't expect better from Charleston White. I hate to say it because that's just he's Charleston White and he gonna say what he say. And when you bring him into your platform, you know what you're getting. So in that aspect, it is clickbait. They knew what the fuck they was getting when they brought him on there.
With Charleston White, like one thing that he said that made me think for a second was that you know, hey, you know, the WNBA is a bunch of he called them bull daggers. Basically, that's, you know, women who prefer to be with
lesbians.
Lesbians, yeah. I never know the right. I just want to make sure I said the right way. But
yeah.
But like, I think what makes Angel Reese unique, and then other women as well that are, you know, don't love the same, is that they are still killers.
I would say that the WNBA they're showing, I think before, is more feminine women more feminine women are balling out.
Like what I'm saying
is it's showing you the diversity of women.
Like you can be pretty and still be a killer.
Exactly.
You could be like Skylar Diggins didn't really get that chance, right? Because I ain't go front to you.
I mean, she kind of kicked in the door, right? Is Skylar Diggins kind of kicked in the door for the new?
I didn't know about Skylar. I didn't know about Skylar Diggins until Lil Wayne mentioned her on the.
Oh, you didn't know about her at Notre Dame?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not
know, bro.
I didn't know.
Bro. It's. I mean. They was doing Candace. They was doing Candace Parker that way. They was doing plenty of girls that way. Like
I guess what I'm saying is the WNBA is starting to normalize like women who love on both sides or however you want to call it, but like women being able to still be women. Like you have beautiful women. There's a lot of beautiful women that play at the WNBA.
We know you be up in everybody's DMs.
Hey, relax on me, okay? It's a new year, new me. New year, new me, buddy. Okay. New year, new me. But what I'm saying, I'm just saying there's some beautiful women that play in the
podcast. We definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss like, you know, you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
for sure,
health,
femininity, parenthood, dating,
definitely dating,
single parents. and it's from a lens of two psychologists, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up like with both parents, married parents, and then like you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her siblings and my siblings. So yeah, so it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
And I think it goes without saying that, like, obviously it's going to be an attraction to want to watch them play because of how good they look. And that's okay. Whatever brings you into watching the actual game and start to appreciate like what they do, like Brink, Skylar Diggins, Angel Reese, a bunch of the Jaylen Brown's girlfriend, or I don't think it's a date, but I know that she was playing for a while. I don't know if she's on WM or not, but like there's a bunch of different women who are like making an impact in basketball, and they look like women. I think one of the dopest things last year, and I mean, maybe because I just started paying attention, was that they started doing the walk up. You know how like when you see a player come in, you see what they wearing, like. These women was coming like, okay, they were putting that shit on. You feel what I'm saying? Versus like just some jogging pants.
Have they all like? I guess I feel like a lot of them have always looked like women. Lisa Leslie dressed like a woman and wore dresses and shit. Like I'm like, I just feel like with social media now and streaming and things like that, we see it more. But like. Lisa Leslie wasn't coming to games in jogging suits and shit. She wasn't dressing like Lady of Rage. Like she was coming, like they were coming to games. And no, this not a shot at Lady of Rage either. I'm just saying, like there were always straight women in the WNBA. Like it wasn't a league of lesbians.
I can speak for myself. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. I would say I wasn't, and truthfully, I wasn't paying attention to women's basketball. I saw college first, women's college basketball first, and then. How that translated into like players that I would like to see and like you know what I'm saying. And then, I mean
they were doing a really good job back then of like putting WNBA players on like Martin or popping up on like Living Single. Like even if you weren't watching WNBA games, I knew those players because they were a part of pop culture. They was on shit. I would see them all the time, and like they were not showcasing the ones that like. Girls,
but like back then, I think the difference is now is that you have so many players that have like again social media. So a lot of these players have podcasts, and even if it's a male podcast or a women podcast, like they'll invite other players on to talk about their experience, to talk about you know what it is and what it ain't, and those will be the clicks that you see versus like you know one that maybe wasn't.
Because I mean, I can think back when the shop was a big deal. LeBron stayed with a WNBA player on the shop. There was always one girl.
Still comes on. The shop still comes on.
It's still no. I'm just saying, but that was back. The shop started years ago.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like
players on there, they still do. Like I'll check in on the YouTube page. He still has.
Yeah, no, like he'd been doing that for a while. So I don't know. I guess maybe it is new to a lot of men. But even if I don't watch a lot of WNBA games as much as probably you.
We've been listening to this dude Charleston White period. He's sitting there with Confederate flags on his all over his body.
Yeah, but again, you know, like Daryl, if we invited Charleston White on this show
and he came on here, we know what.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
y'all do it. I didn't look. I know. I always make executive decisions.
You know what's coming with it. You know what's
jammed up like he did Jeff Teague and them. Jeff Teague and them got jammed up because of what he was saying.
Like you know,
I think we would both push back on the actual podcast. Like they got jammed up because they be giggling and shit and acting like it's cute.
That's true.
But even with that, Charleston White has been on podcasts where like people have challenged what he said, and then of course it turns into like, oh, what's up then? Or I'll walk off or some shit like that. You know,
hey, walk off. Walk the fuck off.
I'm just saying, like, you know, it comes with that. Like, you know,
yeah.
invite him on there, you know what it's going to be.
Oh, I would be inviting him to walk off. I would be inviting him to get him pissed because I will definitely push back and be like, "Shut the fuck up," and then he gonna walk off. He gonna threaten to pepper spray me or some shit, and I'm be like, "Nigga, I ain't gonna do it, so I can sue your ass." Like the fuck, get the fuck up. Like, bye, nigga. Like, but you get jammed up when you I ain't even gonna say condone when you giggle and shit, or if you don't push back, it seems like you agree with him or whoever. That's how cats get jammed up. When Andrew Schultz was saying that shit and them niggas was giggling and shit, like, get some balls, bro. If it really bothers you in the moment, because they was like, I was so caught off guard, I didn't know what to say. I just laughed. When I'm upset about some shit or a nigga, I'm offended. Laughing, if I'm doing some laughing, I'm about to laugh and pop in your goddamn mouth. They go no giggle. Like motherfuckers want to when it's backlash, they want to get up. Oh, we didn't mean it that way. We would never disparage. Then in the moment when you got these motherfuckers on your shit, tell them like, no, we don't believe in that.
You gotta speak.
You ain't got to be. You ain't got to be disrespectful. Just say I don't believe in that.
I will say I'm excited to see where the WNBA is going to be 2 years from now, because you'll have Caitlin Clark a little bit more vested into her role as a dog. Like she's one of them. You'll have Juju hopefully in there. You'll have Haley Van Lith, who should have left years ago. Whatever. Cameron Brink will be back from her ACL injury.
She probably making more money in college. Cameron probably making more money where she at.
You'll have that. There's a guard from I think it's Rutgers. I think it's a black guard from Rutgers. I think it's Rutgers St. John's, who's a point guard. Super nice. What's
the old girl name? Her dad used to be a rapper, Flau'jae or something like that.
Flau'jae, she'll hopefully be there. So again,
camouflage is her daddy.
I say all that to say, like the WNBA in 2 years is about to have that impact of stars and faces, where it's like, okay, here we go. And then, I mean, listen, look, I'm not gonna say sex sales, looks sell, and like these women are obviously easy on the eyes, but they kill us on the court. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that brings a brand of people who want to watch them play and not just like gawk at them, but be like, oh shit, they can actually go. So yeah.
All right, hold on. We finna transition to the big news.
It's not a topic, and y'all might not even know who he is. But if we don't talk about him today, we gotta talk about him soon. His name like 673 Unk or some shit like that, or something Unk. He claims to be that he wrote Country Grammar and that he was in the Illuminati.
Oh no! I remember that dude. Yeah, he high or whatever. He's on the.
We have to talk about him. Maybe not today, but put a thumbnail because he pops up in my algorithm every day.
He's like Ali.
No,
yeah,
I mean
I found him. It's 607 Unk.
Oh shit!
He from St. Louis. He says he went to school with Nelly. He said Nelly sacrificed him to become famous, and he went to jail for it. And then he sacrificed his son to get out of jail. Like it's all kind of craziness. When you get a chance, please look up his videos because I definitely think he's worth talking about at some point.
I had to stop watching Ali. Like I had to stop following, but I'm like,
nah. Ooh, I let him go. I let Ali go a long time ago.
If I could take another like nigga, that's it comes to bro. You
gotta let him go.
You gotta let Ali. You gotta let it go.
I can't tarnish the memory I have of the ticks by following Ali on any social media anymore. I had to let him go.
I was following Ali.
Half street. So at that time I couldn't be seen, so I had to have my mask on, and that's why I slowed down, put the mask on for me, because they was trolling me, because they sacrificed me and sent me and City Spud to the penitentiary. Yeah, I swear to God, they sacrificed
True
me.
story.
True story. You know, they can look it up.
Them niggas were locked up.
We was at the same time. We was in Boonville. I was still writing then. I was right, but they didn't want me to show myself. I swear to God, like, it ain't funny.
I know, but y'all was locked up together for real. So I was like, damn, hold on, he might be.
Yeah. They didn't want me to show myself.
Why wasn't they shouting you out? They were saying Free City Spud in every song, man.
I was sacrificed. I was the ultimate sacrifice. I was really the one writing it. Like, I wrote Country Grammar. I named it and everything. So I wrote it, but I wrote it for Ali. We was the ticks, not the lunatics. So when Ali come up saying he wrote it, he's speaking facts. But I wrote it. So Ali know this. Like you call Ali right now, ask him, he gonna get kind of weird, but he know how to play with me. He know me. He ain't gonna play with me. He gonna get on to play with Nelly, but you know I don't nobody play with me. So he not play with me. He gonna say, yeah, Unc wrote that. If you ask him, get him.
There you go.
That wasn't even the clip. That wasn't even the clip I was talking about. Like he was just on like.
He doing? It's another one.
No, he was on. He was on No Jumper last week.
Oh,
talking about he sacrificed his son to get out of jail. That he is half Illuminati, half street. He a GD, like he in like 6-7 gangs. Like you can't say no to a Diddy party. So he been to the Diddy party. Like dog, this. He from St. Louis too. He fucks me up. He confessed to doing crack and was like, but everybody was doing crack back then. I'm like, nigga, what? Like he's a wild boy.
Yeah, so he's from here though.
I mean, he's claiming to be. He said he went to U City. He said he went to school with Nelly, and Slow Down replaced him. And wore the mask to troll him, and
so he got to be 50 then. If he's saying he the age, because Nelly just turned 50.
There it is.
I'm just saying. He said he went to school with him, so that means that you're in the age ranges of 47 to 53.
My man said, "I sacrificed my son." I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah,
but it's okay because I have another one, and I can have more. to get like. I said, this nigga's he a lunatic for real because the fuck are you? I'm
gonna let y'all have it. I don't even know what it is. Yeah.
Well, apparently he got goons and shit, so I don't want to say nothing. He run up on me nowhere, but goddamn, 607 uncle, relax, my nigga. I don't think you wrote Country Rap. Yeah. I think both you and Ali are lying at this point.
That point.
Yeah. So I know he hiding the news right now, like he's everywhere. So I was like, might want to bring this nigga up.
Instagram, it says I'm from St. Louis. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So if y'all out about these streets, watch out for 607 up. He a wild boy.
He said, watch out.
So this is the bombshell right here. This is the one. Like I've been going deeper into it. FS1 lawsuit. This is deep. I start reading. I'm gonna read it.
I read the documents too, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this the regular article. Then we can dive into a little bit deeper, potentially here. So this one is Fox Sports personalities Joy Taylor, Skip Bayless, and Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon have been named in a wide-ranging lawsuit alleging workplace misconduct, including sexual harassment, assault, and improper use of authority to exploit employees. The lawsuit was filed by former Fox Sports hairstylist Noshin Faraji, who worked with the network from 2012 to 2024. The allegations are detailed across 14 claims, including 6 class action complaints and 8 individual complaints. So we're going to dive into the allegations against Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is best known for his role as FS1 accused of engaging in a pattern of inappropriate behavior towards Frauget over several years. According to the lawsuit, Bayless allegedly made repeated advances, including offering Frauget $1.5 million for sexual favors, claiming that he could change her life and provide her financial security. The complaint also details physical misconduct, including allegations that Bayless hugged Frauget inappropriately and pressed against her despite her clear objections. At one point, Bayless allegedly insinuated that Frauget was romantically involved with her former co-host Shannon Sharp, creating further discomfort and unease. So, against Charlie Dixon. Fox Sports Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon is also a central figure in the lawsuit. Frauget claims that during the Fox Sports birthday party, Dixon grabbed her buttocks without her consent. This incident, she alleged, was emblematic of a broader culture of harassment within the network. Frauget says she reported the incident to Joy Taylor, one of the network's prominent hosts, but claims Joy dismissed her concerns, reportedly advising her to get over it. This alleged response has drawn criticism, with many pointing to the need for stronger support systems. All right, these are the ones against Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor, a 37-year-old on Fox FS1, is also named in a lawsuit. Frauget alleges that Taylor was romantically involved with former NFL player and Fox Sports analyst Emmanuel Acho and engaged in sexual relationship with Dixon to secure her position at the network. The lawsuit claims that once no longer beneficial to Taylor's career, she accused him of sexual assault to distance herself and protect her reputation. Fraude claims suggest a complex and troubling dynamic in which Taylor allegedly exploited her sexuality to advance professionally while failing to support colleagues facing harassment. So Fox Sports responds. Fox Sports has acknowledged the lawsuit but has refrained from providing detailed comments, citing the ongoing legal proceedings. In a brief statement, the network emphasized its commitment to maintaining a respectful and safe workplace while promising to take the allegations seriously. All right, that's a lot, mouthful. So let's go.
1.5 million for some coochie is some crazy work.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You're right. The only thing, if this is true, and she actually gave complaints to HR and they didn't do anything, because that's something that you can look up. If she's over the years been complaining to HR and they have just not been doing nothing, she has a very good case, because that's written down. That's a record. If they can go back and say June, I'm just making up dates, June 15th, 2021, she came in and said this, and nothing happened to Skip Bayless. There was no investigation. Nothing happened. Y'all didn't transfer her to another show. Nothing. And there's a record showing that she had been going to people. That's messed up. Like that's messed up.
Workplace, harassment, workplace violence, all that kind of stuff. It happens. But I think more so the follow up is what's most important. And I mean, when you're on that level of just being in the limelight, TV, things can get really close. I mean, obviously, so for example, like we know somebody that works in TV, and he would tell me stories about how people just be exchanging, because when you're around somebody from like 5 a.m. till 7 p.m, and then you gotta fly on a plane with them to go to another city, so to cover a game or whatever. Like, these people are always in front of each other, and sometimes obviously it's the opposite sex, and obviously they frolic how they frolic. So if it was mentioned to HR about this and it was kind of looked down on, and that's sad. I mean, obviously with I think that Joy Taylor mentioned Joy Taylor as far as being someone who was referencing this as well. Again, man, like I don't know if I remember Acho was on ESPN. I don't know. I haven't seen him lately. So
he's on Fox Sports. At least he was.
On Fox Sports now? Okay, got you. Okay. I saw him randomly covering like college, and it didn't look right. But anyways, from what I've gathered from what people talk in this industry, like, again, when you're around somebody from 5 a.m. till 5 p.m, sometimes going off until midnight, early parts of the morning, catching flights, sharing hotels, etc., things happen. So, like, I mean, I'm not saying that it did happen, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. If Shannon Sharp being named in it as well. If I'm saying,
but Shannon Sharp was not. He's not in the actual. He's not in the suit at all.
Oh,
she said Skip Bayless got angry with her because he said you messed with Shannon, but you won't mess with me. On some hating type shit. But no, she's not suing Shannon at all. Shannon is not in. I want to, before somebody hear this and be like, Shannon, no. Coach Unc, Shay, not the other Unc, but Shay, not involved at all. No, I'm saying, I'm not talking about the nigga we just got done talking about a second ago. I was calling, they call him Uncle Shay.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, man. I mean, again, like, I mean, when you talk about Fox, there were some stories from ESPN, like, And
they ended up settling. They settled and paid the woman at ESPN.
So there you go. And again, when you talk about settlement, you go, well, I just want to get past it. We just decided on a number. It's like it still leaves that lingering.
So Joy Taylor put a lawsuit against FS1 or someone there. I guess was Dixon previously. That's what Farage is the legend that Joy put a lawsuit on Dixon to stop people from believing that they used to mess around.
It's a mess.
I thought she was talking about Ocho. Oh, that's not Ocho. That's not Ocho Cinco, but the other nigga, Acho.
No, it says the lawsuit claims that once Dixon was no longer beneficial, Dixon, so that's the Charlie Dixon. It says here the lawsuit claims that once Dixon was no longer beneficial to Taylor's career, she accused him of sexual assault to distance herself and protect her reputation. So wow. Internal then that she did, and they was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to go, Charlie, or something like that. Or
it's a really wild situation. Again,
but like you said, if this stuff is tracked, that all these different things have been alleged to have happened, it's in the HR. HR's got all this stuff written down. Unless HR didn't log it in.
And at first, I was
like, there's still like levels of like when you talk about somebody's personal body space being, you know what I'm saying, messed with, like that's on a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes, and the thing about it is when you talk about high level stuff, like obviously I'm not in a high level HR position, but like when you talk about like people dealing with certain things, it's sometimes easier to just cut the check. Like it might not even be as like detailed. The actual event of what had happened allegedly might not be as detailed as what said person is saying it is, but just to if Fox is like having bad ratings already on this show and they really don't have anybody else to turn to if these turns out to be true, we go just cut the check because
Skip's no longer with Fox. He's no longer there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he's gone. Wait,
and I thought Undisputed is done. Yep. And initially I was like, well, maybe it's a money grab. I was trying to think both sides of the coin, but I read the full article in the paperwork. She said she worked with Colin Cowherd, who was like the big dog at Fox for years, and he was nothing but respectful, never said anything out the way. Like, so I'm like, okay, well, shit. All right then. She is very specific with who it was. Like and again, the way she's talking, she went to HR multiple times. Mm-hmm. If you went to HR multiple times and HR ain't never did nothing, that's. I mean, she gonna win that. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, 1.5. Whew.
Now that's what he offered.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
It's got to be sunshine for 1.5. Shit. Skip could have went down to Miami with it.
It's also a shout out to. I mean, we weren't talking about Stephen A. Smith, but shout out to Stephen A. Smith because you don't hear about shit like this with him, right? Like I remember recently, he did a podcast with Cameron or not Cameron and Mason, just Cameron, and he talked about that. He was just like, I pride myself on understanding I'm representing more than myself when I'm up here on this platform. And when they asked him about Skip, he was like, Skip's name's been brought up to me a couple times about a couple of different things, but I just choose not to speak on it because we don't have a relationship no more. Like there's not a communication to reach out, whatever. That chapter's done, we move on. So I mean, it just goes when you keep your plate clean, man, and just handle your business, then you know what I'm saying, shit will follow. But like, I don't know, the fallout with Fox, man, like when he left First Take, I'm talking about not Shannon Sharp, what's his name? White man.
Skip Bayless.
When Skip Bayless left First Take to go start his own thing in Fox, it was always it had some good rumblings, but it never, you know what I'm saying, nothing never transpired from my side. I never watched his talk show. So But yeah, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. Ooh, that's a lot of money. And if it's 1.5 that was offered to her from Skip, I can only imagine if they talk about settling, what the amount of money she would be looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because that business that's a cutthroat business. If y'all remember, what was the NBA report? Rachel Nichols, right? We don't see her no more. I
literally just saw Rachel Nichols like 2 days ago. She's back covering basketball. You think it's not watching? You're not what? If it's TNT or ESPN,
I would check my statement then.
Yeah, she was literally just covering
on NBA basketball, TNT.
Yeah, there was an NBA game. Google it when we get up there.
There was a real fallout between her and Boomia Cave about. I
mean, she had said some stuff that she shouldn't have said. It wasn't like the sexual stuff. That was the fans.
I guess
that was the fans.
Saying like that business, from what I perceive, is
she was basically saying that she was getting the job because she was black and this, that, the third, and she was going the DEI hire route and saying that she deserved to be the person on the show and this, that, because completely unrelated.
She was hosting NBA Today for a minute before they gave it to the other young lady. So yeah, man, like when you talk about high level like TV entertainment, yeah, shit get real.
Pure craziness. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think Skip would ever be involved in anything like this, truth be told, until it came out. As soon as I saw it, because it really dropped today, I sent it to y'all immediately. I was like, let me fact check first, see if it's real. Yeah. I saw the real court documents. And usually in these cases, when they want to, kind of keep it on the low, they say Jane Doe or, whatever. Now, her full name, everything in there. I'm like, she ain't playing. Like, she usually when she ain't playing. She like, it's me.
Yeah, that's a wild setup. For real. So I guess time will tell how it plays out. But yeah, man. Ever since Unc left, that whole thing has just been.
It's over. Skip left too.
I'm talking about Shannon left first, and then like shit just started. It never caught it. It never caught like another wave, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I agree. I used to like Undisputed too. I'm not gonna pretend because I'm not a big Stephen A. fan. Sometimes he be saying some shit I don't like. So I was watching Undisputed because of Shannon, actually. But when Shannon left, then I was done. I said, there it is.
I gave it all a hand. I gave you all a hand.
All right. Next up, Joe Budden is sleepwalking naked.
Yeah, I ain't seen the video. The video I keep seeing is of some other guy. It's like it don't look like it's Joe Budden. Now I don't know what there's a video out of some man walking in the yard. It don't look nothing like Joe Budden. This man got hair on top of his head. Like but
I don't think it was a yard because he lived in an apartment. So yeah.
What? So he exposed himself. Is that what it was?
No, he apparently was butt naked, sleepwalking. Like didn't have no clothes at all. Like butt naked.
I don't want to laugh because people sleepwalk.
I sent you the document. Well, I sent it to the group, but like, it alleges.
I don't know anybody that has said they sleepwalk. Obviously, I don't.
Apparently, Joe Budden does. That's what he's saying.
But that's scary. That like you can go through a whole mode of just like, you know what I'm saying, maneuvering around here and there, whatever, and you like not even realizing what you're doing. So
they said that he.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like they said that he legit was like trying to put a code into the other door and couldn't get into the other door and just turned around and walked back into his spot.
That's scary as shit.
If I was a sleepwalker, I wouldn't sleep naked because I sleepwalk. But maybe he got naked while he was asleep. I don't know how it works.
Maybe he ain't take his meds. I mean, technically, you sleepwalking. You feel what I'm saying? You sleepwalking. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, but
I've never been naked doing it when I wasn't supposed to be naked.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just know there's medicine for things that he wasn't off his meds. But I'm just glad he didn't hurt nobody. Or I'm glad nothing happened where he got hurt, because that could have ended very differently. Like you picture a motherfucker trying to get in your house, talking about they sleepwalking. Nigga, what?
Now on the flip side,
they're like, brother, that's gonna end bad for you, my boy. Yeah. It's gonna be bricks. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, somebody getting stabbed, all kind of shit. So like, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about sleepwalking,
I mean, it's been some tragic situations, not necessarily sleepwalking, but people like walking into the wrong crib. Like rest in peace to Bryce DeJean Jones. I was Iowa State basketball player. Yep. That was playing. He was in the NBA. Went to the wrong crib and walked in. Dude blasted on him because I mean, what is he supposed to do? Some random dude walk in your crib, walk in your bedroom. He did. He was.
I ain't hear that. I thought you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Damn. He was playing. I believe he's playing for the Hornets. But yeah, he walked into the wrong crib because he was kind of faded or whatever or whatnot, and went to the wrong place. And dude blasted on him.
And things like, and again, things like that, like you just said, you can't knock or be.
Yeah, he's playing for the Pelicans. Yep, he's playing for the Pelicans
because you went to the wrong house. Like that's the kind of shit that be like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what's gonna be. I mean, obviously he's a big person in the entertainment industry again. As
I was gonna say, I was gonna get the other side. Joe Budden says he was sleepwalking, but he says this is a way for them to try to get him because he records his podcast there. He said that they've been trying to get him out of that space for a minute because it's always cameras there and people coming by and this and the third. So he's alleging that this is just a way for them to try to get him, not just necessarily going to jail or anything, but to get that could be a violation of him living there, and that now he would have to move.
It's like a apartment studio type deal or something like that.
I mean, it's where he records his podcast. They just be sitting in the room. This shit ain't no, it's a couch that they be sitting on.
I guess my question is was he taking a nap naked? Like what?
I mean, it was nighttime, so the nigga was asleep. Like,
and he's sleepwalking.
Yeah, so he's alleging that this is just a way for them to get him out of that space, so that they can get, they don't want him living there anymore. So this is just
really a nigga that, like, I was a Joe Budden fan before I was a Fabulous fan, and
were you really?
Huh?
Were you? You be making some decisions, boy. Like you was a Joe Budden fan off of what? Pump It Up?
Like more so. I would say his freestyles than his actual albums. I remember he had this Mood Music series. I remember he when the whole shit was going on between him and 50 when he broke up with Tahiri, and that shit was like.
I thought Fab was already out by then, though.
No, I'm talking about like they was all under that same umbrella. So it was like Clue was put out the mixtapes, and he would have him, Fabulous. I forgot who the other nigga was, but like they would just be on.
Dog, I feel like it's back like what? It's back in like what? 01? Like 2000?
Shit, I gotta look up when Mood Music came.
Because I feel like Fab was like a real artist by the time I was in college.
I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying like,
he just like Joe Budden's more. Okay,
yeah, like the freestyles would come out, and then like to just think about like where he was, and like he was fucking with Emmanuel for a minute, and then the shit it just never.
Oh yeah, Slaughterhouse.
You know what I'm saying? When they did their Slaughterhouse did their
first Mood Music came out in 03.
What'd you say?
The first Mood Music came out in 03.
Mood Music. I remember.
When did Fab come out, bro? I'm like Fab was out before then, wasn't he?
Fab, well, are you talking about like he was out on that Earl? You know what? He was on that Professional DJ Clue mixtape.
Yeah.
He's part of Desert Storm, but that's like 98, 99. But
yeah, I'm like, I knew Fab long before I knew Joe Budden. I'm like,
I didn't get put on some Fabulous. I don't think till like 2000, my senior year of high school.
Yeah, I think Fabulous came out the first single. Let me see his first single because I think the first song he might have been on. Was he on the Lil Mo song first? Was that his first one before his album?
Was Keeping It Gangsta first?
Yeah, I think y'all know who Keeping It Gangsta. Yeah,
but I know that Lil Mo song was like Superhero.
Because Superhero. Both of them came out at the same time. So 01 is when he dropped his first official single. Can't Deny It.
And
then Superhero was the other one.
I was good, I was good in college. I'm like, I lived I was in college when Fab came out. I remember Joe Budden from Pump It Up, I guess, which was You Got Served. Ain't that the movie?
Yeah. I mean, like, again, I say to say it was just crazy to think about where he was in rap and like doing the BET Cypher and all that kind of shit to like where it is now. I'm just like, damn, bro.
I mean, he's retired. I mean, he's retired.
He legit said, like, he said, I got sober and I lost my love for writing rhymes. Like, I remember he said, I forgot what podcast that was. But he said, I got sober and I lost my thing for writing rhymes. And then obviously he said the saga between him and Tahiri, and then I think he was on Love and Hip Hop for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. Yeah. So
I will say this: Joe Budden was definitely like trying to stream and do stuff like that long before anybody. Like he was like he's a trendsetter when it comes to that. And there's no diss to Joe Budden. I think Joe Budden can rap and stuff. I'm just saying, I just wasn't a big fan of his.
You would. The thing about it is, if you ask somebody about Joe Budden, you would remember him because of that. Right, you remember him because of the podcast and what he's been doing since. But like, yeah, man, like, I mean, again, I ain't saying like he just wanted him to go.
He had some really good. Like, he had some songs that if it would come on, I would listen to him. Like, yeah, this dude can spit. But it
was that was him. That was Emmanuel. That was Joe Budden. Was that Schoolboy Q?
No. It was Slaughterhouse was, oh my God. I was saying Crooked Eye, but no, not him.
No, Crooked Eye was on there. Crooked Eye was on Slaughterhouse.
It's names that we should know too. Like, I feel I'm just having a brain freeze.
Royce the 5'9".
Royce the 5'9", yep. That's the name that I was thinking about.
But yeah, I forgot the other ones. But yeah.
Yellow Wolf wasn't a part of that, but he was just around there.
Motherfucker too. Yellow Wolf was in there. I remember that. Yep. I remember that. I just remember that cipher. And I remember they was all just kind of giving where he was like, hi, Rihanna, you know what I'm saying? That little shit he was doing, Royce the 5'9". Yeah. I thought Schoolboy Q was on that shit too. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe
ain't no telling.
Crooked Eye was from the West Coast. One of them niggas.
It was niggas from every. He had like a nigga from everywhere. Like
all over the place. Fucking Eminem, dog. Yeah, man.
He might have dropped the ball with Slaughterhouse. I don't think that they reached their full potential.
He was drugged out. They was all on drugs. They couldn't see. Niggas couldn't figure shit out. I mean, he tried.
Have y'all? Since we talked about music, have y'all listened to Missionary? Any of it?
I did. I actually did. I did. I was so.
It ain't doing it for me, man. I might be too. I thought it was. It ain't doing it for me.
That's my thing. This is, and I guess we can kind of segue into Drake and Kendrick, but like when Kendrick dropped GNX, it's GNX, right? GNX,
yeah.
Kendrick dropped GNX. That like set a bar for where you would want to hear if you go listen to a West Coast rapper that you ain't already listened to, you would hope that it would kind of mirror that layout of kind of flow that Kendrick was doing. And with Snoop, it's like your uncle. Like it's like your uncle was listening to, like I would hear Snoop's album. Oh, you know how them old niggas be riding the motorcycles?
Here we go.
That's where I would hear Missionary at. That's where I would hear Missionary. If I'm driving around on Fallon or some shit like that, you see a motherfucker on the motorcycles like this riding around, you know what I'm saying? That's
with the radio on the outside.
Yeah. Well, you would hear Missionary, dog. Like it was so crazy because I remember, so he was on First Take promoting his album. And of all people, I love Molly to death, but of all people, Molly she just be saying stuff sometimes. And she was like, you know, I remember being there. I remember she said, I started with you doggy style, and now you bring me Missionary. And Stephen A was like, whoa. It was like, you started with me on Doggy Style.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Brought me in with Missionary. I was like, yeah, that was on national television.
It was a great play on words with Doggy Style being the first album, and then but
yeah, I did, Molly. I really did. But I'm not a fan, bro.
Snoop might be the
again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
But also, I can't tell you the last time I've listened to a Snoop album. So this is kind of it's like,
was it? I mean, when he was doing the Pharrell stuff, I would listen to like Beautiful and all that. Like I would listen to that.
And that's a single. You couldn't tell what album that was on.
Yeah, true. You're right.
We'll say he had a song with R. Kelly. I mean, hey, fuck it. He had a song with R. Kelly that was oh fuck, I can't remember the name of the song now. I listened to a little bit of Snoop Lion when he was doing this. He had a song. Eddie Murphy was doing reggae too. Snoop was doing reggae and Eddie Murphy was doing reggae. And they got a song together. I think that was it wasn't that bad, bro. I guess with Snoop, he's reached a status where it's doing.
He can do anything he wants. Snoop can do whatever at this point.
He's not doing it to push a narrative or get a message out. Like he's just putting out music because that album don't go together. I love Snoop to death. But that album don't go like for example. Because we when you go to GNX, it gives you know what I'm saying. Like when you go to like who else dropped the album? Who else dropped the fucking album?
Lil Baby. What you don't like Wham either? Wham.
It's cool. Who hard is me? It's cool. I'm gonna give you the first three tracks, bro. Then after that,
you down listening to Wham.
After that, I'm gonna tell. Listen, this is growth.
Listen.
After I've listened to a year's worth of just Kendrick and Dre going back and forth, and then you get GNX, and then you get it's hard to just like focus on like some lyrical shit that ain't speaking to me, right? Like so, when you talk about the Snoop album, it was like, yeah,
it feels a little. And how do I say this? Snoop is my generation because I grew up listening to Snoop. But I technically shouldn't have been listening to Snoop when he came out. No. Like I wasn't a teenager. I didn't know nothing about Doggy Style. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't having sex. I wasn't doing any of that when Snoop came out. So Snoop actually is like my cousin's generation. Like
Snoop album ain't it.
Does that make he just been out for hellas? Like Murder Was the Case and all that?
Yeah.
I was
that's 192.
Bro, I'm 10, 11. So like it's out there. It's out there, but that's not what I grew up. I didn't party to that. I didn't live my experiences aren't to that song. Does that make sense? Or aren't to that Snoop? Snoop like
the Snoop album ain't it.
It's basically
you should have stayed Doggy Style.
Hey, he basically
girl. You should have stayed Doggy Style. You should have went Missionary. Sometimes you gotta stay Doggy Style.
No, man.
I mean, it's not a bad album. It's
not a bad album. It's dated almost. Like it's not. It's for the generation right before me. I feel like niggas that's 50 gonna probably love it.
It's for them
like 50
motorcycles like this.
50
and ride
like 55-year-olds, they probably love it. Like the niggas 10 years older than me, like my big cousins, they probably that shit hard.
I bet you.
But like,
you got a motorcycle?
It ain't for me.
Do you got a motorcycle?
No, he doesn't.
Them motherfucking cruising motorcycles. When you get to the red light and you hear that fucking missionary, yeah, that's where it is.
So
it's not for me.
We still got to talk about it. Drake dropped a new freestyle, Irish Man freestyle. Yeah. I'm gonna go to you first.
Fighting Irish. Yeah.
Listen, man, you gotta go to me. But I will say this: like, I like the freestyle. I'm anxious to hear what him and Conductor put together. I think that this whole thing with like, even when you talk about Drake, like, and then I'm sorry, the quote that people are talking about with LeBron, I didn't take it as, I think somebody said he was trying to like talk about his, I guess, relationship with his wife or whatever it was.
He threatened that man. Sucker shit, boy. But you talk. I'm sorry. I got upset. I apologize.
I don't take it as that. I take it as an individual who truly, like, when you go through some shit like that, beef, whatever you want to call it, you realize who's on your side and who's not. When you get back to making the music, you express yourself how you go do it, and you go from there. Obviously, you realize that the music you make, lyrics are going to be taken apart, how they're going to be taken apart. But I had no problem with the freestyle. I like that shit. I want to hear what it's going to be like on actual, like, some beats conducted to it, because I couldn't really hear the shit because it was like recording or whatever. But I think somebody told me, like, well, he was trying to shout out Brian and mess up his relationship. I said, I mean, actually, nah, because if you think about it, Pusha T was the first person to mention that when he talked about the Yes Jules shit. Like, he didn't even. I think this is more about what LeBron stands for. You got him tatted on your arm. You got Weezy tatted on you for the sake of, like, you want to achieve greatness. You want to achieve the level of where they at. Cool. So you put them on your arm. So when you do that, you expect, and maybe that's a fault of Drake, to think that, you know, because I did this, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a fan of yours, because we work together, whatever. You set yourself, no friends in the industry. You know what I'm saying? After coming off of a battle with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shows that there's really not a loyalty to you that you can invest and think that people are going to give you the same energy back. Sometimes you got to take a hit like that and keep it moving. Now, as far as, you know, how you feel about it, then that's to each his own.
It was a emotional woe is me ass song, and he still threatened the nigga in the song. Like, I'm like, I don't like Drake when you acting tough, especially when you crying because some niggas that you thought was your friends. They didn't even say nothing bad about you. They just was kicking it and listening to another nigga song. Like, they can't like the other song, but the other song was fire. They can't like it. Like, LeBron never came out and said, Drake, you lost. DeRozan, they never said that shit. And Fighting Irish, it's definitely a fucking jab at LeBron. That's the fucking high school he went to. That's their fucking mascot. Like that's what the jersey said. Like, so it's not even subliminal. Drake is very smart. He don't do shit by accident. He know what the fuck he doing. It just seems so, it's so Degrassi to me. Like, only a nigga that was on Degrassi would do that. Mobb Deep wouldn't do that. Nas wouldn't do that. Master P wouldn't do that. I can't think of any other rapper that would do. Maybe Joe Budden, because he old sensitive ass niggas, rapping ass niggas sometime too. But it's so fucking. Just move on, bro. It's over. Like, it's over. Write that shit in your diary. Go talk to the therapist. Like, because it's not doing what you thought it was gonna do. I mean, the diehards are gonna love it. You can fucking say boom bap the boom 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 to a beat, and they gonna love it. But ain't nobody else fucking with it.
but again, like, so it was taken down. So I don't know what's gonna happen to it.
Yeah, because he's suing his label. So they like, you're not putting no fucking music out. Like the fuck.
So it was taken down. As far as like I said off the last one, as far as with Drake is concerned, right? Back in your music, back to doing what you do. Now, as far as like the subliminal shit, I mean, that's basically what is going to be the next wave, I feel like, between this Drake and Kendrick before they start naming each other again. Because if you listen to Whacked Out Murals, that's what he's naming. Like it's the sub shots. Like if you listen to this freestyle, if you listen to No Face, if you listen to Circadian Rhythm, like it's the sub shots. And again, like before they go into it, I mean, because they know ain't no round twos, right? But it's gonna be things that you see that's gonna obviously play into this whole effect of what side you're taking. So you got Kendrick go do the Super Bowl. You got Drake doing a show on the state of the Super Bowl. You got I guess it's more albums coming from Kendrick from what Top said. You got confirmed that 2 albums are coming from Drake now. So it's like it reminds me of when Jay-Z and Nas was beefing, right? And I remember I was talking to Demetrius. Anyway, I was talking to somebody, and it reminded me of like for a minute. And I'm a Hov fan. Hov is my GOAT. Like it reminded me when for a minute, like Hov was talking about shit I couldn't relate to. And he was talking about a lot of like glitz and glamour and, you know what I'm saying, Ferrari switching both lanes. And then when you hear Nas come with Ether and you hear one mic and you hear Got Yourself a Gun, it's like, okay, it's a different vibe. It's a different mental that I'm in when I listen to Nas versus listen to Jay. And then Jay comes out and is like, since I will not lose, you try to help him cheat. But I will not lose because even in defeat, and he goes on what he says.
Ooh, that's my motherfucking song right there. Hey,
so like
OVA, the blueprint too, baby.
What I don't think is gonna happen is these niggas are ever gonna dap it up and be like, you know what? Hey, my bad. I'm sorry.
You can't call me a pedophile and we be friends, and you can't call me a wife beater and we be friends. So yeah, you're right. They're probably not gonna be friends.
What I also think is also true is that at the end of the day, like based on even social media or based on wherever you are from once the smoke clears of all this, because apparently it's a mixtape supposed to drop with Drake and Future, and I'm just like, of course, I
had a feeling they was gonna work it out though.
I don't want to say it's all for nothing because you're not Future. You're nominated for a Grammy for like that, and apparently Future. You thought the kid was top. Look, bro, that shit.
No, Future was lying through his goddamn teeth.
I need somebody to be like Future. Listen, we don't even need to like. Why would you say that?
But I will say this: Future may not be a GOAT lyrically, but the amount of fucking shit he's done in his career.
I don't know what he's labeled Future, but you got to put him up there. I don't know if you talk about lyrics. Like, for example, 21 Savage did an interview, and he caught some flack for this when he was like, yo, top ATL rappers. And he was like, oh, you mean after me? And he was like, yeah, okay, after you. And he named some rappers, and he was like, you talking about lyrics, right? And I can't remember if he put Future as like the 5th person or if he didn't name it at all. But it was just like you gotta the wave that Future was on from after he left Rocco to just like even before he got with Drake, like the wave that he was on, like you know what I'm saying? Like that was
phenomenal.
But I can't tell. But I'm gonna tell you this: I can't tell you I'd go to a Future concert, right?
I probably wouldn't either.
That's not a diss of Future.
It's not my generation. But if March Madness come on, I'm acting the fool
everywhere.
I will say this because I get a lot of people be like, "You a Drake hater?" No, I actually like Drake a lot. I think Drake's a great fucking rapper. I listen to Drake all the time. What? He's a great entertainer. He's a great entertainer.
He's not just you saying that, but like he's Mello. So shout out to Mello. Hey, birthday Mello. If you ever see this, you say you be watching the show. So if you watch the show, you'll see us giving you a shout.
Happy birthday, boy.
He was like, you a K-Dot. You a K-Dot. I was like, no, I love K-Dot. And he called me out. He was like, you saying you saying you got love for Kendrick is like a racist person saying I'm not racist. I got black friends. It's like,
well, yeah, I will say this.
Not to say, but it's funny.
And to this beef, you said you didn't even listen to Kendrick for real. So I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't listening to Drake. I listened to Drake.
I listened to singles. I didn't listen.
I listened
to albums with Kendrick. I wasn't listening to albums. I was listening.
I'm not going to pretend like. I mean, they play Drake at fucking Starbucks, Target. You hear Drake everywhere. Like they play. You can't go nowhere and not hear Drake. So I'm not going to act like I didn't buy my head to some Drake. Drake got some motherfucking songs, bro. I just was like, in this beef. If I'm picking the side, actually the side I picked was J. Cole. He just let me down. I didn't even pick Kendrick. I picked J. Cole. I'm really pissed that nigga didn't rap. Because that's the nigga I picked when it first kicked off. I'm like, J. Cole finna kill both these niggas.
And
he didn't do it. So there
albums and not two new albums, but he refurbished or resurfaced his other albums, and then yeah, man, I don't Cole.
And while all this was going on, Joey Badass dissed Kendrick in a freestyle.
Joey Badass.
Too much. You remember Joey Badass? He got a freestyle. I don't know if Daryl was.
That's the nigga that was with Joe Budden.
That's the nigga that was with.
He was with Joe Budden now.
He was on Power. I think if I said it right, nigga.
I didn't know he did.
Daryl, where you at, man? You on here, Daryl?
Daryl went to sleep.
Daryl took a nap. The nigga.
Hey, 12:40.
No.
About right.
Yeah. But old boy on Power. He's on Power, the one where 50 Cent character is young. Well, I think it's like a prequel to Power.
Tariq or something like that?
No, not Tariq. That's Ghost's son. It's 3 Powers. It's like Power Book Tariq. It's one with Tommy in Chicago, and there's another one with like 50 Cent mama, like the person is playing, 50 Cent, Kanan's mom, Raising Kanan. That's the name of it.
They did the first season.
And the nigga who supposed to be looking shit up is MIA and gone because I wanted him to play the song. Boy, this nigga, he making a sandwich or something.
I will say though, like I was telling Dominique this. If I can afford them tickets, because them motherfucking tickets, like, boy,
I'm not going. I'm not. This,
but
them tickets high.
I'm looking forward to. I want to see what. But this is the thing. Like
maybe Cuddy can get some free tickets. I'm about to call Cuddy.
But like with Kendrick, I'm not with Kendrick, with his manager Top was like, we want people. I want people to come to the concert to see what the visuals are going to be and the lyrics. But I'm like, nah, like. You can't say that, but then know that what people want to see. Like I'm not a front as a fan of just music. I ain't gonna say hip hop. I just hate saying I'm a fan of hip hop. Like, but a fan of music. Like I want to see him perform All the Stars with SZA. I want if SZA gonna be there because apparently she got some shit going on with her shit. But I don't know, but I want to see her. I want to see perform All the Stars. I want to see him perform Element. I want to see him perform See what happened with Not Like Us. Come on, what's gonna be the visual? Like you gonna have an owl coming around, you go shoot at it. Like what you gonna do?
Nigga said he's gonna be an owl.
I mean, but like that's what it is now. Like when you went to the Drake concert, it was all visuals, and you know what I'm saying. Like the thing is, like leading up in this whole.
I think Drake is a better entertainer, so I'm pretty sure like the visuals and shit that Drake probably do.
I will say this. His 2 shows in Toronto. That shit is must-see. Gonna be must-see TV, social media TV anyway.
I'm about to say we going across the border. Let's go to Toronto.
Hell no, nigga. What? Did you see the price of these tickets? Nigga, no,
I'm messing with
$100.
Oh, I saw. I looked.
What?
I said $389 plus ticket fees and this that.
But also, the thing about St. Louis is. It's going to be more people from Chicago, the Memphis, the KC, the Arkansas that are coming to St. Louis and filling that place out more than St. Louis.
Chicago got one. They got a concert in Chicago.
I understand though. That's how it usually happens though. Like you and I go. If you were to look at the numbers, I promise you, it'd probably be more people from other cities coming to St. Louis because they couldn't get in their own city. Because St. Louis is not like a LA or Chicago or New York type shit. But I mean, I want to see the concert, man. I want to see what's gonna pop off with it. Shit, he's supposed to be doing I think doing a show in Atlanta where, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Like, again, Kendrick is not an artist.
I mean, did you watch the pop out, the joint that he did on over the summer?
Yeah, I saw that. I feel like
it's gonna be like that, minus all the gang members coming on stage at the end. I feel like it's just gonna be a great ass concert.
It's gonna be a good concert, but you can't do that though. Like, you got.
I said minus that. Like, it's not gonna be them coming.
Like, you can't just go city to city performing Not Like Us like 6 times and then be like, yeah.
No. I mean, he did.
Now,
it was a full concert. He did more songs than Not Like Us, man.
If he go to Toronto and do, like, if he just come to Toronto and be like, yeah, y'all know what I'm here for, and just drop that and pop out, now that's gonna be some must see TV shit, right? That's gonna stamp the. It's like almost like a Beyonce album drop. Like, she do this, but then it's gonna prepare you for this. Like, he dropped all
if he goes to Toronto and does and does that song more than once, that's like putting the flag in at the football game in the other team's logo. That's what that is.
And I mean, obviously you don't know what's cooking up with the fucking because the Super Bowl is only what, 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes?
What, the halftime show?
Halftime. Yeah, halftime show.
Halftime show? Oh, shit, 15, 20? 10, 15?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could literally go up there.
He might not even do that. He might not even do Not Like Us there. Like, they might.
But you gotta understand, like,
they might be like, chill out, don't even do it.
But GNX album, like, remember how we were talking about? Okay, I don't like the sub shots. It's like we just had this fucking damn near 6-month long battle between y'all of y'all calling each other out, and now we going back into the sub dissing, right? Like, if you go call a person out again, whatever you want to call it, but like on that platform, right? Like, you gotta know that any song that he do, it's gonna be waiting for, like, okay, our element. Okay, wait. Is he go? Oh, okay. This song. Okay. Is he go?
That won't be. If he does that, it'll be the last song. Like, if he does that at the Super Bowl, you can't kick it off with that, because then everything else.
What if he kicks out the Super Bowl, whacked out murals? Woo!
Like, you can't.
Listen. What if he kicked out the Super Bowl, whacked out mural? Yesterday, somebody whacked out my mural. Oh, and then the lights start coming on, dimming and shit.
I would probably do, because I do like whacked out murals, but I would probably do TV off first.
TV off, bobble up,
and hit that mustard. You know, like that's a commercial right there. Like, I'm surprised he ain't got no endorsements. I'd have got with some mustard companies and been like, hey,
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, man. So
I feel like this nigga really did fall asleep. Like, Daryl, you here?
He probably did.
Probably did. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, it's about to be 1 a.m. Listen, man. Thank you for rocking with us.
Hey, man. Hey, real talk. Happy New Year to everybody. Like, real talk. We appreciate y'all. A year older. My new year don't. What's up?
You get a chance, dog. I need you to go look at Tyrese Hill interview.
I'm gonna look at it. My new year kicks off for real on Wednesday, because it's gonna be a real nigga's birthday, you know. So y'all wanna?
Yeah. Hey, my son is officially 7 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, 5.
Shout out 5, man.
Happy birthday, 5.
That's crazy. Crazy.
And Young Sleep birthday is on Wednesday, so you know you ain't got to give me no money or nothing. You know, ain't gonna throw my cash up over here, nothing. Watch.
You should throw your cash up on the motherfucking thing.
I ain't gonna do that, man. But watch the episode like twice. Watch the reels like 10 times. And I appreciate y'all, because we normally go over what's happened. We have got like almost 30 subscribers since January 1st. So today's the 6th. I don't know what the fuck y'all looking at that y'all like so much, but thank you. Shit. Like, I appreciate it. We done blew up a little bit again. Getting real close to 1,500 subscribers. Let's get us to 2,000 by the middle of the year. That'd be nice. But no, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching, listening. You can find Dosia on everything. _. I got you. It's on the screen, so I can do it for you because
it's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
I didn't put mine on here, but it's got to go to sleep. On everything, it's an _ for X GOTTAGO #2 SLEEP. Follow us on everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we appreciate y'all, man. Happy New Year! You got anything to say, Dosia? We'll close it out.
The whole it's 2025. She crazy. It's 20.
It's a snow day, baby. We had thunder snow.
Yeah,
we ain't got to work. We ain't got to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might go live tomorrow. Fuck it. I might go in the snow and go live. We'll see what happens.
Hey man, listen, if they get these roads cleared, go pick up my son here to Art Hill, get that sled going. You feel me? Shit.
Hey, I thought you were serious about the snowball fight. I'm like, this nigga is insane.
I was until I saw these roads, and I was like, nah, I can't do it. Can't even do it.
I was waiting for this nigga to pop back on here and sign off. Oh shit, we just gonna press stop in a minute.